Hey guys, how are you all today? I hope everybody's having a good day. Just got back yesterday from Heidi's in St. Louis. If you were there, it was a fun time. If you weren't, sorry we missed you. Um, I got to see my mother-in-law and aunt while I was there, so that was kind of fun. They actually were they were in my class the very last day, the very last class. They stayed to the end, so all's well. Um, no one. I take that back. One person sent in a question today, and it's something is going to take a little bit more research and trying to figure out exactly what you need, because I think you're going to have to download a. My sound is cutting out. Is that happening for everybody or just the one person? Because my microphone says it's got good sound, so I don't know. Maybe it's your internet connection or mine. I don't see. I'm crackling. I don't know what to tell y'all today. Um, I don't know. Mine says it's got full power, so I mean, let's see if I can change it to something else. Let's see if this works better. Is that better? That one says it's full power. Okay. So it must have just been a little glitch going on in the background. I'm using the same microphone that I was using a minute ago. So I don't know what to tell you. So you guys are going to have to pipe in and tell me what you want to talk about today, because nobody, the one that came in, we would have to go search for a font to make it work, because there's not a font in either program that works. So that's what you want to do. So well, good, Marcia. You got your Scan and Cut University things. I got my Scan and Cut University stuff this week as well. Actually, it came in while I was gone. There was one item missing from my task list for the things that I'm teaching. You should have two pieces of cork and a piece of heat and bond light that matched those two pieces of cork. And so if you didn't get that, because it wasn't in my kit, if you didn't get that, you need to fuse those two pieces of cork together, which means you need another piece of heat and bond light. That may have just been an oversight on their part. So just check that out and see what happens. See if you can't take care of that. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's a little bit weird. Boy, my nose is itching. Well, Yvonne, that is a dealer product, and I do not have pricing for it. So every dealer is a little different, and it may be a protected product. You may be able to get BES Blue on the internet, but I don't think you can get BES 4 unless somebody around here has an extra copy that they want to sell you. All right, Audrey, that one I can handle. I'll have to make a PNG file real quick, but that one I should be able to handle. I would, I mean, MSRP on it's around $8.99, I think. That's my best guess. I honestly don't know. Sharon, you really would need to have, I can show you that, but you would really need to have a PC that gives you that sketching capability, and I do not have that on mine right now. We may have to do that another day, but I can show you what tool you would use. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to Canvas Workspace first and converting the PNG file. So let's see here. Anytime you want to convert a piece of artwork, you use the image tracing button. Trying to see if I have a PNG file anywhere on my computer. Hang tight for just a second. Let me do this. I can go snip, new, and let's do a save. Let me do it on my desktop here. Okay, got one. Let me come back so we can see what I'm doing here. All right, so if you go to the leaf here, this is your image tracing. I honestly, guys, I don't know what to tell you. On my side, there is nothing, there is not a setting I can change to make it any better. It may be my voice. I am very tired. I I can't tell you how tired I am. I am extremely tired. There's one thing I can try. Let me go to the back of my computer and check and make sure that my camera is plugged in well. Let's see if that's any better. All right. So let's see here. We're going to go to an image from my computer. You could also scan something in if you wanted to. I am going to go to my desktop here and grab the one I just picked up. There's my little shoes. This is a PNG file. And it should pop up in here. There we go. So you have choices here that you can choose. You can choose trace outer edge only, trace areas by color, which would work perfectly for this one, or trace enhanced image tracing. For this one, I would do trace areas by color because I want the inside and the outside. Once you've got that done, if it's picking up too many colors, you can always take the number of colors down to 2 and preview it again to see what happens. Click OK. And then let's go to our layers here and hide the image. And there's our shoes. Now, when we trace by color in Canvas Workspace, you'll grab it. Actually will give you 2 interior parts. So the one that's by itself, if you look over in your layers menu, delete that one. That way you only have one of each. And then you can make that whatever size you want it to be. You could do the same thing by just printing that PNG out. So you could print that PNG file out and take it to the Scan and Cut and scan it in to cut data instead. But if you want to do it here from Canvas Workspace, you can certainly do what I just did. There are other ones. Let's see here if I can find a new one. And then I would just export transfer that FCM file. And it says anything that's hidden is not going to be set. That's fine. I would transfer mine by the internet. Yeah. My McAfee likes to lock me down there. So it gets ornery. I'm going to do file new and let's see if I find another one. We're not going to save those. Let's do file leaf. Image from the computer, and let's say we wanted to do this broomstick. Oh, that's interesting. It's grabbed all of the that PNG file is not optimal. That's funny because it's picking up the background. Let's change the number of colors to 2 and see what happens. There we go. So you'll notice now I simply have the single broom, even though that little extra there was kind of crazy. So that's kind of funny. So anyhow, that's how it goes. Let's see here. Let me come back over here and answer a couple of questions. Sandra, I need to know what kind you're doing. You may need to increase your pressure just to get it cut a bit deeper. Different densities of materials require different pressures. And so if it's not cutting it, then I would increase my pressure by 1, do that test cut then, and see what happens from there. Your blade may be getting a bit dull, but try that. All right, let's see here. Let me go back to the first one. All right, the sketch style design. I will tell you that's going to be the easiest thing in the world to do with Artspira versus going through P Design, but I will show you that. BES should be readily available, yes. Oh, let me see here. Let's bring in an image. So I'm going to right mouse click and I'm going to choose from file. And let's say we wanted to sketch a heart. I'm going to make my image size a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to hold my shift key down just to make it stay in the middle. And when you go down to the shapes pull down menu, this is your sketching tool. This is your pencil that's open, and it allows you to simply draw what you want to draw. Don't judge me. I'm doing this with a mouse because I'm on a desktop, and that makes it a little bit challenging, especially since I do not have my tablet little thingy attached to it. This is something I don't do a lot of on the computer. On our Spira, it's super simple. Now, I'm going to have a zigzag stitch on this little guy, just so you know, because that's what is the default setting. So if you wanted to change it to a running stitch or a triple stitch, you could certainly do that. And let's go and hide our image. Where is that image? Density. So there's my sketched heart. Okay, that's the tool that you would use to sketch with. Huh. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. It may be because I'm facing a different direction. I don't know what to tell you. It's weird. I will report it that it's a problem. That's all I can say. Give me a second. You're gonna make me get a different tool out. Oh yeah. This is going to take a little bit more time. This never is a problem, but today it is, evidently. I don't know what to tell you guys, so I'm just gonna change microphones. Give me a second. I've got to attach it to my computer and make things work here. Okay, which means it needs batteries and everything. All right, so let's see here. Let me change microphones. Oh, wrong button. Don't want to do that. Audio. Black magic. All right, can you all guys hear me now? Regardless of whether my what did I say? Oops. Oh shoot. What did I say that was ugly? But okay. Am I good now? Okay, good. We'll just go with the external mic today. That is really crazy. Yes, I'll redo the PNG file. Okay, Jennifer, what program do you have would be my question. Do you have BES4 or P Design? If you have BES4, you certainly can. If you have P Design, it only exports as an FCM file. So that would not work for you. But if I have, oh, good that I didn't say anything ugly. But let's see here. What did I say, Anne? Okay, let's see here. All right. Let me go back and show how to convert that PNG file. Okay. You have BES4. Great. Then I'll show that. So let's go back and convert my PNG file. You go to the leaf button right here. Use an image from your computer. And let's see here. Where's my image that I brought in? Here's my shoes. And open those. Trace outer edge is the default, and that just goes around the outside edge of items. Trace areas by color does inside and outside. Okay. And then you can reduce your number of colors to 2 if you're getting some funky stuff happening. Guys, I honestly, you're going to have to deal with it today. I can't do anything. I've changed my batteries. I've got new stuff. Unless I yell at you, I can't do anything about it. So I honestly don't know what's going on today. We can stop this and come back another day. But I can't play with that anymore. Obviously, you're not getting good information from me. I've changed microphones. I have done everything I know to do. In the layers window, if you've done inside, if you've done trace areas by color, you'll have a heavier line. Go to your layers window over here, select the interior parts, and press delete on your keyboard, and it's done. Okay. I'll report that there was an issue today. I just don't know what to do to make it work better. There's just nothing that I can help. All right, so that's how you do it. Just go back and watch the video again if you did not catch it all. Okay. All right, Jennifer. If you have an embroidery design and you want an SVG file, I'm going to just choose Add Design, and I'll add an applique shape. It'll give you the concept. There's your applique design. Now, in anything besides a built-in BES file, you're going to need to select the first color in the applique and make sure that you have the Brother Embroidery thread palette selected. Go to the end of that palette and change the color to applique material. And then go to the Tools tab and touch Scan and Cut. That will give you your shape. You can then go File, Export, Export SVG. But it's so any file besides a built-in, any embroidery file besides a built-in applique in BES4, you would need to select the color that you want it to cut, the segment in the embroidery design that you want it to cut. Change that color to applique material, and then press the Scan and Cut button. It will generate your artwork, and then you can go up to the application button, which is the B, and choose Export. Okay. All right. I cry uncle. I truly cry uncle today. I don't know what to tell you. We have gremlins. The only thing I could do is close this session out, start a whole new one. Yes, a pressure of 1 is more than auto on half cut. Okay. I don't think it's me or my equipment today. I think it has something to do with StreamYard today. So, I can stop. Let's stop sharing and try it again and see what happens. If I share my screen again, let's see if that's the culprit. All right, we want to choose that window and I want to share it. Let's see if it still happens while I'm here up. I hate looking sideways, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go forth and try. Is it still crackling? Am I still crackling? So, okay. All right, well, we'll try it this way. Although I hate turning sideways, but that's the only way this is going to work today. Okay, good deal. Oh, yeah. Sweet. All right. All right, ask questions, guys, because I'm brain dead. I'm honestly brain dead. Oh, text from an existing. I answered the wrong question, Jennifer. Hold on. Let's see here. Text from an existing embroidery file and make it SVG. Hold on a second. Let's see, Jennifer. Let's go to BES4. Let me make a file here, text. It may or may not work well. And I have to save this as a version 10 file. Desktop. And that's fine. Okay, so let's bring that in. So let me open that test file. Desktop. Test. Open. I did save that as a version 10 file, did I? Oh, crap. All right, so it does not read this hoop. It should read that hoop. Let's change it back to a default hoop. See if that's what the problem is. 5x7. Save as version 10. Did I not open it, maybe? There we go. Maybe I just didn't open it. Okay, guys. If I come here and change my color to applique material, what will happen? Ooh, yeah, no. That does not work very well. Do you have any power packs, Jennifer? Let's go. If you have power pack 2, let's see here. Power pack arrange. Let's see here. Yeah, no. Convert to artwork. Did that do it? Nope. So the answer to that question is absolutely no, unless you trace around it. If you had PE Design, on the other hand, and BES4, you could go to your Scan and Cut tab and you could choose Export. Take it all the way down to 0, take off the check mark for outermost edge, and save that as an FCM file first. And we'll put this on the desktop, test text again, save it. Then you could go in BES4 and open that, import that FCM file. There's my FCM file, and then that one can be exported. So if you export that, you can export the SVG. Okay? So you can then export that SVG file. But you would have to, if you're wanting to try to make sure that you have an SVG file, you would have to go in and first export it in PE Design and then import that FCM there, okay? So let's see here. Irene, I did see that question and I thought I had answered you on Facebook. Let's go to Canvas Workspace and see if we can figure it out. At one time, they told me they were going to do that, but I'm not sure if they have yet or not. So let's go to Canvas Workspace and see what happens. Yes, you can be reached. All right, let's go to our Disney pattern collections. And let's see, which ones do I have? I have this one. Okay, so it's done here. Under our account, pattern collection activation. If I click this one, all right, there you go. So, yes, I found it. All right, let me show you where I went to. You have to go to the Canvas Workspace on the web. Go to your Disney pattern collection, select it. Actually, no, you don't have to do that. Sorry. Go to Canvas Workspace on the web. Go to your account settings, which is the man at the top right, and choose pattern collection activation. Select the one that you want to change, and it says machine registration change. Select that and then change where you want it to go. Okay. You would then have to put in the account that you want it to go to. All right. So that will take care of that one. Where did I? Okay. P Design will not, all right, Patty, P Design will not, what am I trying to say? Export an SVG file, but it will allow you to import an SVG file. Let's see here. Let me go to P Design and delete. All right, if you go to import patterns from vector image, this is where you'll be able to find your SVG files. Here's an SVG file. We'll just grab it and say open. It will automatically convert that into embroidery for you. Okay, you can change your stitch types over here on the left. So if I wanted to change it to a spiral stitch, there you go. I've got a spiral stitch in my grapes. So you can certainly do that. I personally, Debbie, love the magnetic core bobbins. Okay. They actually come off the spool very nicely, that you can run them almost down to the very end, if not the very end. And you don't have that paper, the paper side doesn't get stuck to it. Do not use plastic sided pre-wounds in a PR. Okay. Because that is not a great combination. The Persona is a, higher, it has a higher torque to it, I guess I would say, and it does not like plastic pre-wounds, but the magnetic core ones are great. Okay, so yeah, you were just looking in the wrong import place. To bring an SVG file in, you have to go into import patterns. You can actually get into all of your import patterns areas there. So if you don't see this right hand import screen, you can always go import patterns from here as well. So if I choose decorative patterns, it pops that up in my import window. If I choose from design library, it pulls it up in the design library. Well, Kelly, I'm just telling you what they told us not to use that, but if they work in yours, great. No worries. I love the magnetic core ones. And tell them thanks. Tell them they're supposed to like this. Don't forget to like it, although today is an interesting one. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody else have any questions for me today? Bobbins Peter. Okay. Marcia, if you want to do that, then you need to have a bobbin winder. The Persona has a bobbin winder on it. The multi-needle machines will also, what am I trying to say? If you have a, you're going to laugh at me here. If you have a PQ 1500, that bobbin is the same one that can be used on a PR. Okay. So you could wind matching bobbins with a PQ 1500, but there is a bobbin winder that you can purchase. Okay. What else? Sorry, I dropped my phone. But you can't do, you could not do that with one of the newer machines. The Stellaire, the Dream, the Luminaire, they all have a thicker bobbin than what the PRs use. So the Persona has a bobbin winder on it. It could be used for the 10 needle as well, but there is a separate bobbin winder that you could use. But the PQ 1500 is the same bobbin as a PR. Okay. That is funny, Patty. You didn't know that. That's good. I love it. That's great. Yes, Bridget, I will be at Houston Quilt Festival again this year. So if you're coming, I look forward to seeing you there. I'll be in Houston in November, and the week after, I'll be at the Novi Sewing Expo at this time. Those are the two in-person events that I have left on my schedule for the year. Well, Sandra, I'm not going to advertise that one for you. Best way to go with line art and P design that does not have any jump stitches. Okay, well, Gus, what I would tell you is actually is Design Center. So if you go up to Option Design Center and you have a single color clip art, hold on a second, let me see if I can pull my screens over here. I'm going to cancel this for just a second and pull this screen over. And go back and get my wizard back up for you. So what you want to do is choose from an image, which is the first option. And I'm going to grab it from an image file. So let's grab those same shoes that I was using a minute ago. That's a good one to use. So let's see here. Where are my shoes? And it's going to ask me it's too small or too large. Do I want it resized? Sure. From here, you grab the color that you want it to define the outline, okay? And then preview. Ooh, I don't like that. So we want low tone. Let's see what low tone does for us. Preview. That's better, but that's still not what I want. So detect outlines. Let's see what happens there. Okay, it certainly does not like that piece of clip art. Let's see what happens for us, though. 2-figure handle. I'm going to change my thinning process and make it up. Yep, nope. I don't like that at all. Let's go back to line image. Yes, delete all of your editing. I'm just trying to figure out
the best way to make this work. Do y'all see how that's a really bad image? And let's pick a different image. So sometimes your artwork is not the best, and that's one of those examples of that. So what could I do? Let me show you a little trick. Let's go to our I'm in Canvas Workspace. That image, remember I traced it here? We're going to turn off our grid markings, and I am going to change the thickness, the properties of my line. So let's see here. If I grab here and go into my properties, let's change my width, that to a little bit thicker. And now I'm going to take a little snip of it. There's a snipping tool in Windows. If you type in SNIP, you'll get a snipping tool. And I'm going to draw around that with my snipping tool. And let's see here. So that's now on my clipboard. Let's go back into my design center and go image from clipboard. There's my line art. Let's see what will happen here. 2-line image. And we want to take this and put it over the black, take off the white, and let's see if, there we go, and preview it. When I click OK, and I go to figure handle, we'll say OK. There you go. Now I would clean this up a little bit. So that one right there, I go to my select point tool and delete that little point right there. And now I should have, my shoes would be one continuous running line, but the fact that they're separated, that outline itself is not a great image for you to play with because that's not one continuously running line. But that is how you would do it, okay? Let's see here. Let's find a different file that might have a continuous running line. How about we look in here? Let's do File New. Let's see here. Canvas projects. What have I got in here that might be fun? That would be there's nothing that's one continuously running line. That is my problem. Yes, 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 you are. We'll try 2 different things here. All right, I'm going to turn off my fill stitch, and I'm going to change the properties of my outline and make that thicker. And then let's do the same thing here. And make that outline a bit thicker, just so when we go to our window snipping tool and we choose new, let's grab the witches first. Now, anything that's not connected is not going to be one continuous outline. So I've got those on my clipboard. Let's go back into Design Center and let's just choose new. New line image. And we don't want to save anything here. Now, actually, I want to do, let's grab our wizard. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I closed the wrong screen. Option, Design Center. And we want to open an image, and we want to go from the clipboard. All right, I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to grab my black outline. Oops, I got white, not black. Now let's preview what we've got. All right, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and say OK, and go to figure handle. And let's see what happens. There you go. You have anything that is connected will be one continuous outline. And if you click on it and the whole thing turns red, you know you have one continuous outline. If you click on, let me break it so you can see what happens. We'll split it point, and we'll split it point. So now if I select it, you'll notice that that half is one continuous outline and this half is. So if I need that to be one continuously running outline, then I would come and move this one away, hold my Alt key down on my keyboard and take it over the top of that guy and attach it. Now that's continuously running. Always move one away. It just makes life easier when you try to reattach it. Alt key on your keyboard, attach it. Now, when you go back to your select tool and click on the outline, you should have one red outline. Okay. Then if you go to Show Settings, you choose your line properties, you choose what style outline you want. So if I want a zigzag outline, if I click on it, I now have a zigzag outline there. If you look at it in Realistic Preview, it shows you what you've got. If I want these to be a red outline as well. Now, I personally would have finessed this a little bit, just so you know, but giving you the concept of what you would do. You do have to click on every point, every spot to make it one outline, and then send that to Layout and Editing. I'm going to import it as stitches, and there you go. I would obviously need to change my embroidery field here to the size that would fit it, or I would have needed to resize it over there. Okay. What is the width line that I chose in Canvas Workspace? Probably 1 or 2. Let's see here. Let's select it and see 3 point. 1 is the default, 3 point is what I did. Okay. Kelly, I'm not sure what you're asking. There is not a way in P-Design 11 to right mouse click and say show color. If you, let me open a design. So here's your design. The only way you can do it is select that color and look down here and you'll see what color it is. You could also go, there is a way that you could print it. If you go up to print and go print preview, go to the next page, it will show you the different colors. Segment 1 is moss green, segment 2 is pink, and segment 3 is deep rose. So if that's what you're asking, you can get that information. You just you don't get the same, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. If you want to know what each thing is. No, there's not a way to select the color on the left and see what parts that are. I mean, that you're asking it to do something it can't do. No, I can't come over here and right mouse click and say find. It will not let me do that. In BES4, on the other hand, let's see what we could do there. Home. Let's close this one out. And let's just add a design and see what this one does. It's not, if it's telling me what color segment it is, but it's not showing me. The thumbnails on the left actually show you in both programs what you've got. Here, it actually tells you the color next to it and tells you what ones are in there. So you could color sort it and see. So Patty, if it's a group design like this, if I turn off the eyeball for one color, it's going to turn it off for everything unless I choose divide by color. But even that, if I come to my color tab, if nothing is selected, it's not going to show me what that color is. this thumbnail over here is showing you. You just have to come over and look and see what it's telling you. Okay, there's just not another way around that. All right. Okay, guys. Is there anything else that I haven't answered? So the only way to make that show one color, Patty, is, show those individual colors, to hide them is to divide them by colors and then do that. But it's still not going to do what you think it's going to do. So it's showing me that eyeball, but and it's highlighting down here what color it is, but that's not what she's asking, I don't think. I can't right mouse click and say, oh, looky here, thread color, I can, but it pops up over here. You have a thread color right here that sets the color of the item, but that's just bringing up your thread color. So there's not a lot of changes that I can make there. That's just the way that operates. Okay. All right, guys, I do not see any new questions. If you guys are going to be in the Sewing Machines Plus class, I will see you Friday and Saturday. If there's no other questions for me today, I think I am going to call it a day. I don't see any other great questions there. So the other question about the specific font, I'll research it and see if I can't do that next Tuesday. I won't promise that. It's going to require me going out and searching for a font from a font site. So we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, guys, you all have a great rest of your week. I hope to see you again next Tuesday. I think I'll see you next Tuesday. What day of the week is next Tuesday? What day of the month is next Tuesday? Let's see. Yes, as far as I know, I will see you next Tuesday. I don't see anything else besides that on my calendar. I'll actually have a haircut that day, so you'll get to see a new do. Just a shorter version of this. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.